Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. We back with another one. And another one. Baby. Hey.
Yo, this is Nick D.
I'm Brie K, and this is Kasari.
You already know what it is, man. It's William Cater.
Yo, this is DJ Lost and Found from the Missing Link podcast.
Hey, what up? It's Miss Hero from Pew Army.
This is Stephen the Levite.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy YP, a.k.a. Young Paul. You know what I mean? Representing the East Coast, New York, Jersey, stand up.
And you're tuned into the That's Not
Christian Podcast.
Woo! Yes, Sirski. It's us, them boys.
We back.
We back with another one, and we have our special guest, Jay Acosta. Woo!
Word. Woo! Finally,
Back after a long vacation.
Like 2 months, yo. Where's this guy been?
Hasn't been 2 months. It's been a couple weeks.
Wow.
Well, you jumped on real quick and then shut the whole show down.
I did. Yes, that was a fail. Yeah.
But what's good, fellas? We got Ant in the building. No Jimmy today. Jimmy is celebrating, coming back from celebrating his son's graduation.
Let's go.
Santiago, let's go.
Yeah.
We getting degrees on this side. That's what we do, man.
Yeah. Congrats to the young man graduating. Jimmy screaming all in his ear. Dude ignoring him.
He's like, that's my boy. That's my baby right there.
That dude just kept on walking like, shut up, Dad.
Like this, Dad. Please, Dad. Stop.
Hey, take it easy, Dad.
But yeah, man, speaking about dads, man, how was y'all Father's Day, man? What y'all got? Y'all got 20-piece nuggets? What y'all got? Where they took you to, man?
What you do, Jay?
Barbecue, that's it.
You barbecue?
I didn't barbecue. We went to
Father's Day? A Father's Day barbecue?
Yeah, Father's Day barbecue that we set up.
There was a father out there grilling, yo.
Yep.
A Father's Day barbecue with a father grilling.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Terrible. Dude had to work on this day, yo.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
That's
Yo, why not Ladaeus in the comments, yo? You supposed
yo,
to be
bro,
in
where
here.
you at? Get on the show.
Click the link, yo.
Hit the link.
The StreamYard link.
You gotta use is it Google?
Yeah, Chrome.
Use Chrome. But yeah, so you went to a barbecue.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's up,
That's cool.
man. And Ant, what you did?
That dude built a house.
You did hibachi boys.
Yeah, you did hibachi, right?
Yep.
Hibachi. My hibachi was trash. That joint was awful, yo.
Was that y'all first time going over there?
Nah, actually, we've been there a couple of times, and the last few times we went was cool, but this time
they fumbled the bag.
Because it was Father's Day.
Bruh. I never, you know what? That's the first time I seen it that packed too. Never seen that place packed like that. But I don't know, man. Like it wasn't even seasoned right. Nothing, yo. Like that joint was, bruh. When he put the rice on the plate, I should have threw it back.
They had a father doing the hibachi. That's why.
He probably was mad. Like I need to be home with my kids.
Why am I here serving these people?
Bro, that joint was awful.
Damn.
Man, it sucked though. We should have went to Benihana's, yo. I ain't never going back there.
That's what I was thinking.
That's where you went, right? It was good though.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We saw some celebs, you know what I mean? Carson Daly was sitting right next to us, you know what I mean?
This dude was sitting
with everyday stuff, you know what I mean? Huh?
Where did you see him?
In Benihana's. He was right next to us.
Which one did you go to?
Oh, the one in Long Island?
You went out here from Long Island?
Yeah, because we took my wife's father for Father's Day. So he lives in Queens.
Oh, okay.
He lives in Brooklyn, Queens, that borderline or whatever that is.
Over there by City Line or something over there? Where you live at? Or far? I mean, not Far Rockaway.
Yeah,
Rockaway.
I'm not sure.
Dang, you
I gotta
don't even
get
know
back
where
to
you
you
go?
with that. Oh, he might be Brooklyn, but that was the closest. He wasn't going to drive. He probably would have, but
But you had to go get him and take him there?
No. He met us at Long Island.
Oh, okay.
But the commute was like 2 hours and
for you
15 minutes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you was coming from up there. Yeah.
Wow.
That's OD. Yo. You should send him a gift card. A Benihana gift card, yo. A e-card at that.
Yeah.
Just like that's
Shouts
crazy.
out to Carson Daly, man. You know what I mean? That's what we do, man. We chill. You know what I mean?
You say what up to him? You brought him to the pod? Did he accept Jesus?
Nah, I didn't say nothing.
Wow, you didn't listen to him?
Nah.
Did they toss a shrimp in his mouth?
Oh,
nah. Yo, the hibachis have stopped doing that now. Seems like
nah, they didn't. They did it to
you.
Table. Nah, I ain't doing it to me, bro. They did it to do
they
that.
Shot the sake in your mouth too?
Nah, I ain't do none of that, yo. Nah.
Did they do the heart pump? The heart pump?
Nah, they didn't do the heart pump. Did they do that to you?
Yeah, they did the heart pump and the volcano.
The train?
Volcano.
Yeah, dude did the onion with the train.
Yeah. Yo, hibachi's man predictable now, son. They gotta step it up, man.
Bro, what? They gotta step it up. They got we got a guess.
Nala Deus in the building. What up?
What's up, y'all? Yo, this is my first time doing YouTube, so let me tell you something. I was like,
what happened?
You there?
Yeah, hello.
Oh yeah, you go. What's up? You
did I hear something wrong?
Nah, we hear you now.
We hear you. You hear us?
Yeah. You can hear us?
Oh, good. No. It sounded like a delay.
Oh, okay.
What's up? Yeah, my bad. I'm very outdated with the YouTube live, so y'all said click a link. I was like, oh, there's a link. I was like, yeah. I'm over here trying to figure out YouTube Studio and everything while y'all talking. Yeah, just to show y'all how tech savvy I am.
Oh man, no, we were just talking about our Father's Day meal. Went to hibachis, you know what I mean?
Oh, y'all went to hibachi.
Went to hibachi. Yo, I could have saved my money, yo.
Yeah. I ate some steak. I ate a 12-ounce New York
Let's
strip
go.
steak.
See, that's what I should have did.
Bobby time.
Yo, that's what I should have did. Yo. I was gonna go to the Cuban spot and get a nice churrasco.
Oh snap!
And the kids were like, "Nah, I don't like the Cuban." Then I go go to hibachi.
Kids, bro. Forget the kids.
That's what I should have did. Should have said, nah, yo.
Hibachi is good, but then it'll have you thinking your life choices afterward. You'd be like getting the itis in the seat, just passing out. You're like, how old am I?
Yo, it's not Kids Day, bro. It's Father's Day. Yeah,
I know. But you know what? But you know what? I don't want to take them anywhere, and they waste my money. I'll be tight, yo. You send me get them a plate of food, and they don't eat it.
They ain't wasting your money. They're wasting your wife's money, man. You know what I mean?
It's my money too, yo. It's all our money, yo.
But nowadays, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, man, honored to be here, man. For real.
You already know, man. We got some people in the comments already. Brooknorm says one of the best producers, hands down.
Ooh,
saying a lot, yo. Appreciate you.
For the love, hip hop says one of the producers and rappers and best producer he said it twice. Yeah, one of the best rappers and producers in the game right now. Let's go. We got him on the pod. That's what we
yo, for the love. What's it for the love hip hop, bro? Next time, just type the word you missed and put a little star next to it, bro. You type the whole sentence back over just for that one missing word.
He had to run it back. It back. That's what's up, man. Wow.
Yeah. So nowadays, you said you went to eat steak and what else?
At this spot called Nona Blue. I had a steak.
It was a tomahawk,
bro. This joint was like that. It was the size of my liver, man. It was nice. Wow. I liked it. And it was one of them ones that you know how you got to cut through it.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking you just start reminiscing about life because you got time. You know what I mean? As you cutting through it. That's the kind of steak I ate. I was thinking about life. I was like, oh, snap, this thing is different. You know what I mean? I was praying the whole time I was cutting. I was saying grace because it was so good. I was like, thank you, Lord. Yeah. It was one of those steaks. I was thinking about the cow when I was eating. Like, I hope it was saved. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I hope it found salvation before they slaughtered that cow.
This joint wasn't sacrificing no
items to Baal or something crazy.
Yeah.
It was good.
Hey, you got Ant tight right now. Yo,
I'm tight. I need a do-over, yo. I need a do-over.
This Sunday, bro. This Saturday. I mean, you gotta go out and go.
Hey, Florida got some good eats out here too, man. They got some good eats out here.
Where in Florida you at?
Orlando,
yeah.
Yeah, they got some good eats out here.
There's that Puerto Rican spot, Bacampo.
Bacampo. Oh snap! I don't know.
I
know a few though. I know a few out here. You got a lot of the Asian and Spanish cuisine, Jones. Like you got
you got Mexicans cooking Spanish food.
Yo, you know
That's Mexicans.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Chinese people cooking.
Yo, you know it's Mexicans making it when the sushi's like that fat and the rice is yellow. You like yo
yellow rice sushi.
Yo Juan, I'll be like yo Juan, thank you. I like it.
Oh man,
it be slamming though, bro. When they do it. It ain't sticky rice though. It's it's yellow rice. You gotta take the roll and go like this. When
we have a sushi connoisseur right here. The guy above you.
Yeah. You ever had yellow rice sushi, Jay?
I haven't. Oh yes, I have. I went to a Dominican spot that were doing sushi there.
A Dominican spot that does sushi?
A Dominican spot. Wow.
Yeah, so they had like mango, they had salami, they had like chicken, they had beef.
In the sushi?
Yeah, they made it into sushi rolls.
Wow,
that's different, right?
Was it good? Dope. Was it good though?
Yeah, it was very good. It was good. Hell yeah.
That's
what is that? Mama Sushi's?
Mama Sushi.
I think it is. Yes. Yeah, it's
like there's a spot in the Heights that's called Mama.
It's called in the Heights. Yes.
It's called Tigre de Sushi.
Tigre de Sushi.
Hey, Tigre de Sushi.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So everybody's Father's Day was cool, you know what I mean?
Bless, man. I didn't touch that tab one time. I was happy. Praise the Lord. Tip two. Yeah.
You're like, yeah, let me get the most expensive steak y'all got here. How much is this one? It has no price. It goes by the weight.
I want the steak that was fed the most grass. Right. That one.
You got the age joint too.
Yeah. He got to be at least a 40-year-old cow, something like that. Nice. Oh, tender meat, you know?
No, man.
That's dope.
Man. All right, that's what's up, man. Y'all got gifts too, or y'all just get taken out to dinner? Like, how that work?
I got a pair of socks. No. My wife gonna see this and say, "Oh, word? You said that?" My wife's from Buffalo, so they kind of like.
Oh.
There, you know what I mean?
Buffalo different, bro.
I'm found out,
bro. Wait, you from Florida or you from New York?
I'm from PA originally. My dad, but see, so the New York thing is like my dad's from Brooklyn. We used to go there almost every summer.
Okay.
And then I got family all over every borough. And then I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So
okay,
anybody been through there, it's like they used to call it Little Detroit.
So
it's kind of fun over there
because Buffalo
they get it shaking.
Buffalo survived. They survive everything, bro. Like,
oh yeah.
And
I'll be wilding on her though, because you know my family from New York City, so they be like, "You from Buffalo, huh?" And then she'd be like, "Yeah." They're like, "So you're not from New York, then?" They be trying to
state. You
out of state. You from Canada. Love you, babe. Man. If you see, I know she's gonna watch this. So
let's go. That's what's up, man. All right, cool, man. So y'all do get gifts, or y'all just get the meal and that's it. It's over.
Yeah, I did.
No, we got gifts.
You got gifts too?
Yeah. Oh, you got gifts?
Yeah, son.
Okay.
Wow, okay, that's nice.
My kids wrote me letters. Let me say that. Yeah, my kids
got cards.
Oh, those are the best. That's the best. The joints that they bring from school to kids.
Yeah.
They be like, Dad, look at this superhero I drew for you.
Even with the lack of literacy, you know what I mean? I love it. It'd be like, Dad, you the best. I'd be like, Wow, thank
My
you.
dad's
I know you meant that.
You're the bestest dad ever.
Yeah. And
my dad's favorite color is blue.
They be
And you're
spelling
like,
it
"Yo, my
phonetically
Jordan
too. It'd be like that's not how you're supposed to spell it, but that's how it sounds when you say it. You know what I mean? I love it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep this.
Man.
That's dope, yo. What happened
That's
to
what's
Jay?
up.
He
Wow,
left,
he
yo.
left.
He went to
He
go look
couldn't-
for his gift.
He was mad. He's like, I didn't get a
Yeah.
gift. He went to go talk to his wife.
Yeah.
Pray for that brother.
Where's my gift, yo?
They ain't write me no letter.
But yo, did y'all get to catch the NBA finals?
No, we was here.
Oh, we were here when they were actually playing?
We was here potting when they was playing. It was on Monday.
Oh, that was last week. Dang.
Yeah.
I didn't get to catch it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, they said that the ratings were higher than it's ever been.
Somebody's lying.
That's
I wasn't
really
interested to see Miami versus the Nuggets. Were y'all interested? Like, were y'all like, yo?
Nah.
Nope.
Man, that's weird.
I was on the pod and I said Miami was going to take it.
Yeah, I thought Miami was going to take it too because they beat the best team in NBA. They beat the Knicks.
I got a lot of Miami Heat friends, so they was swearing up and down that Miami had it and confident too.
Yeah.
Confident.
Oh, okay. So you you watch basketball nowadays?
To be real, I mostly keep up with football.
Okay.
I'm an Eagles fan, so
yeah, PA makes sense.
Yeah. Trust me, I get a lot of heat though, because listen, when I tell you there's a lot of New Yorkers in my family, like it'll start a fight at the party, man. Every time they be like, "How is your son?" Because my dad's from Brooklyn, so automatically they're like, "Why didn't you teach him about the Giants or Rice, whatever?" Or my dad's from Brooklyn and I like the Yankees. Nobody understands that. They be like, "What? What about the Mets?" And I'll be like,
"Oh no, that was a good choice there. That was a very good choice."
I rock with the Yankees like since I was a kid, and then Eagles was like by default, But remember, you got the Steelers. You know what I mean?
Steelers.
And there's a lot of Cowboys fans in PA, believe it or not. So unless you go to Philly, that's where they really at, the Eagles heads. But in Harrisburg, it's like you might see a Steelers fan, you might see, you know what I mean, different teams. So I used to get in fights over that stuff, man.
Oh wow,
PA's different, yeah.
Over that,
yeah. They be like, "Whoa, you like the Eagles?"
It's just like gang out there.
But guess what? My brother and my sister are Steelers fans, so explain that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
I used to get beat up for that, man. The starters jackets, I was out there repping too.
Let's go.
Asking for it, yo.
Yeah, but my family, most part, my dad's family, they all Giants fans, all of them.
That's a good choice too.
Yeah. They back the Giants heavy. I mean, but like, look, if the Eagles don't make it and the Giants got a chance, I might, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, all right, bet.
You rooting for them?
Yeah, for sure.
That's the dude right there. So I heard recently Michael Jordan sold his stake of ownership.
Is it
from
finished?
The Hornets.
It's finalized?
Oh, I don't know if it's finalized.
For how much? How much was it? Jay, you should know. You keep up with all the business.
First, it was coming out that it was like $3 billion. But then the reports were like 1.8 billion, something like that.
Ooh,
and that's how much he's getting.
And he invested 180 million, I think.
Yeah, something like that in the millions, and then now he's selling it for over $1 billion. So
sounds like a nice little.
This is why Jordan is still the GOAT, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
LeBron could never.
Wow. Hey, look. I know. Listen, it's funny, right? I was talking with this young boy in my church, and he was like, "Man, and a lot of the younger dudes are always gonna go for LeBron is their guy. I get it, but I'm like, y'all didn't grow up with Jordan like we did. It's different. It's like these guys got really hurt back then, like, and they kept playing, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, it's no bias. I think he's an incredible athlete, though. He's an incredible athlete for sure. Like, I ain't gonna even quite like the dude he's like a robot. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, if I really put it in sequential order for me, I would put him up there. But if you're gonna put like the greatest of all around players, you got to put MJ. well, I mean, if you're gonna start from our era, it'd be like MJ, Kobe. You know what I mean? Like, because Kobe mirrored. Yeah, I would say that because if I'm putting a quick list of them three in order, because Kobe mirrored MJ everything he did. He literally studied that man like night and day. So, and you could see that. You ever saw them clips where they together, like they're doing the same stuff, like
same exact moves. Yeah.
And LeBron was like, "You're gonna put some respect on my name." So I think that's why he was so competitive about that. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Jordan paid $275 million for
$275. Okay.
His minority stake.
So he's making what is he gonna make off that? Because that's his minority. So
I think there's just numbers floating around because it hasn't been finalized, right?
Because if it's sold for 1.8, then he ain't getting 1.8.
I mean, and another thing is that they were saying in the article that they're valuing the Hornets at like $3 billion. So, I mean, could he make over a billion off of that? Maybe, you know. And then you had like
how many owners?
The last team that sold was the Suns, and that was for $4 billion.
Yeah, the Suns are way more valuable than the Hornets.
Yeah, so
nobody care about the
it's
Hornets.
still a good return.
But he's just selling his portion, right? He's not selling.
Yeah, he's selling his portion, not the team, the whole team.
I heard MJ stingy though, so I don't know, man. I can't run up on him. Yeah, let me hold a stack, MJ. Let me hold a stack. I don't think he's gonna give me a stack. He with all that money.
I think Ant said it, man, or was it Jimmy? Jordan's one of them dudes that you don't want to meet off of court because he's one of them dudes that.
Oh yeah, I said that. Yeah,
you be like, man, my favorite hero's disappointed.
Yeah, like
I heard some stories about MJ though. I heard some stories about MJ for real, especially with Mel fans for some reason.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like he's that dude that you don't want to meet if you hold your heroes at a high, like at a pedestal. Like that dude gonna shoot you down.
Nah, man. What do you?
Did you ever seen that video?
Put the camera down.
Yeah. You ever seen that video of the kids waiting by the parking lot?
Yeah,
that's Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
he's like, put the camera down.
Yeah, foul. Like, get out of here. He trying to go. How you?
But did you hear how they asked him about people like getting killed over his shoes, and he didn't really care, yo. He was like, I don't make money. They said he was like, I don't make my shoes for poor people. Something crazy. I was like, whoa, bro, like that's your biggest margin right there. What you talking about? Yeah. I was in the projects watching people with Jordans, like, how y'all get Jordans? Like, bugging, bro.
Yeah, Jordan's one of them dudes that.
And he don't care though, and nobody gonna cancel Mike. I don't care. Nobody say they gonna cancel.
That dude does not.
Did you guys see the movie, the Air movie?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Nah, I didn't get to see it.
I gotta see it.
Really good. It was. Really
I heard it was good.
Yeah.
I heard they never show his face though.
Well, I mean, Jordan's not in it, but like his character, they only show like the back of his head or whatever.
But wait, there's a movie about him.
About the Nike deal. How it went about.
Oh, okay. I check that out.
But it looked like I mean, I don't know how factual it is, right? Because I don't really know Jordan's story like that, but it looked like his mom was really behind a lot of the deal with Nike and all that.
Yeah.
So it was a really good movie. You should check it out.
I'm gonna check it out.
Is that movie old?
No, it came out this year.
Oh, it's a couple of months ago. Yeah, it's with the one with I think Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I definitely gotta see it now.
It's Chris Tucker, Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I gotta check that joint out, bro.
Yeah.
Where have I been? I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw Spider-Verse. That's about it.
We've been watching Space Jam, the new one.
Space Jam, the new one. Oh snap! Ain't no arm stretching in that one.
No arm stretching.
Wow.
Oh man.
But yeah, Mike. Mike. So Mike's selling his portion. He got tired of sitting on the side yelling at the young boys, huh?
Yo, the Hornets are still
one of them too.
He slapped one of them, right?
The back of their head.
That's so cool.
But are they still like? I thought they changed their name or something.
When?
Or am I wrong? Yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah, because the Hornets is a racist name. They got to change that, man. Nah, but they're gonna get canceled off of that. They're gonna get canceled.
You mean when they used to when they used to be the Bobcats?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So they were the Bobcats, and then they went back to the Hornets.
I'm messing around. Yeah. You can't have no original names no more. It's like, yo, the Hornets, those colors offend someone. You got to change those. They're going to be playing just black and white shirts.
Yo, what made them change it back from the Bobcats to the Hornets? Because they were originally the Hornets, then they went to Bobcats, then they went back to Hornets.
I don't know why they.
I don't know. That's probably why Jordan sold.
Because Hornets had didn't they move or something like that? I think I forgot it was one of the teams.
They in New Orleans, right?
Yeah, they moved. That's what it was. They originally moved to New Orleans, and then Charlotte didn't have a team for a while, and then Bob Johnson came back, and then got approved for a team in Charlotte, and then they came back as Bobcats. They probably named Bobcats just because his name was in it. And then when Jordan came in, they went back to being the Hornets. So yeah, that's what happened.
The love hip hop says the Hornets were in New Orleans temporarily.
Oh. Not really temporarily, but yeah, they because then they were the New Orleans Hornets, and then they changed their name to the Pelicans, and then
right, that's what I'm saying. They were the Pelicans too. I forgot about that.
What are the Pelicans?
All things nobody likes. You notice that?
Yeah.
All things nobody likes.
Pelicans. The Bobcats folded, and the Pelicans moved into New Orleans.
Well, the Bobcats that's where the Bobcats came. They end up just changing the name all the way to because Bob Johnson is still a part of it. I think he's still a majority owner, if I'm not mistaken. That's dude that used to own BET.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, like I said, Jordan's getting a big W if this deal goes through, and he makes a Billy. You know what I'm saying? Another L for LeBron. Sorry for your LeBron stands out there.
LeBron gonna own the team. Yo, didn't they create some new rule now that active players can be owners now?
Sound like that. And then they were throwing out Vegas. Last
there's a new rule coming out. I think new rule for next season that active players, or it might be 24-25, but active players can now become owners.
Really?
Yeah. So LeBron probably gonna.
So I'm gonna start a campaign. Hashtag Michael Jordan. Hashtag LeBron James. Let me hold $1,000. Let me hold a stack. Because they got it.
LeBron to give you the stack before Jordan.
Probably. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna have a piece of paper like asking for an autograph, and he's gonna look at it, and it's gonna say, "Let me hold a stack." He's gonna like. Imagine he gave it to me right there. That'd be dope. I'll let y'all know if that happens.
Who, LeBron or Mike?
Yeah, one of them.
LeBron
Mike. I'm gonna try to. Hey, you gotta finesse Mike. You gotta know how to talk to Mike. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, "Hey, Mike." I'm just like, "I don't like you. Let me get his $1,000." And Mike will be like, "I respect that." And then he gives me that.
You know what it is? LeBron's media trained, and he's so worried.
I'm gonna wait till
about
cameras
how
is
he
watching
looks.
too. Yeah, you gotta wait till the cameras.
Jordan don't care. Jordan's like, bro, I'm not in the mood right now.
Yeah, you gotta walk with LeBron. You gotta walk with a limp. You know what I mean?
LeBron's
like, you gotta sell it.
LeBron's like, wait, the cameras are here. Wait, put them on. Hold on. Let me walk out.
You got to talk with a Spanish accent. He gonna think he's doing a service to like a third world country. Like, hey, papi, listen, I need $1,000 because I have a lot of family. You know, I try to be in the family here. Ya tú sabes, I need the $1,000. LeBron's like, bet you got the camera. All right, fill it out too. That's it. That's it. Don't put a name.
Tell you something, man.
Don't put a name on the check, please. Don't do that.
Oh man. I think the Suns also, they made a big trade, right? They got rid of.
Who they got rid of?
Or not they got rid of. They got what's his name? Beal?
Oh, did that happen? They got Bradley Beal?
Yeah, they got Bradley Beal. He's on the squad now.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Suns is looking.
They looking like they're gonna lose again. That's what they looking like. They stay with all the players.
This year was a shocker, right? Because like none of the teams anyone expected went all the way.
How they traded CP3? They dropped CP3. He was released before they even got Bill. I thought CP3 was dropped a while ago.
Might have been.
Anyways,
Anyway, let's go, Nick. Let's go. Let's go, Knicks.
Jay, we're not talking about LeBron. You don't want to hear it. All right.
He even got a white beater that matches the Cavaliers. You see that? The color.
Yeah, it got all the teams on it.
Oh yeah. He got the joint.
It got Cavalier colors, but it say LA on it and stuff.
It say LA.
It say Los Angeles Heat.
Whatever team he's gonna go to next, because he's gonna be tight when they don't win again.
It says the Los Angeles Cavalier Heat.
That sounds like something you find at the market. You know what I mean? You can't get the real one, so you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta make it work.
Wish or team move or something. Get a shit.
Hey, I can't get the Air Forces, so I get the British Knights. You know what I mean?
Oh man, yo! So they also had another report. They said that hip hop hasn't had a #1 Billboard song this entire year.
You know why? Because the people voting don't vote for good hip hop, man. That's what it is, bro. I saw that. I saw y'all send me. I said, let me say something, man. Look, what hip? A lot of things that come out are here today music, gone tomorrow music. It's all it is. It's popping now. It's trendy, so it's gonna fizzle out when ain't enough hits popping out, or if it's not a lot of stuff coming out, ain't nothing to talk about. It's like, oh, okay, cool, and then you got a lot of great artists, secular artists out there, but because they're like, y'all can have that for now, nobody's talking about it. Like, you don't see nobody else dropping too much outside of a few people, and this to me should. People should see it as an L in hip hop. Like, wait, we ain't getting mentioned right now. It's like, yeah, that's a sign right there, bro. You don't see hip hop getting one mention, just one.
And he's a new trend.
Yeah. And I mean, and there's great, like I said, there's great artists representing it. Like you got the Nas's and the Coles and all that. When they do drop, but Nas did drop a few times, already, but nobody's talking about. It's crazy because they're not mentioning the right ones. They're looking for the other ones to be mentioned. And so nobody gets mentioned. They're like, oh well, hip hop ain't popping right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy,
and it's kind of crazy because for me, like normally around this time, there's already like a summer hit, right? There's like kind of like that jam that's out that everybody's like, yeah, this is the song of the summer, and everybody's just playing it over and over. But
ain't no song for the summer, no.
Yeah,
none.
Everybody's doing the what's the other soca? Is it?
Afro
beat.
That's
what everybody's doing now.
They did hip hop like that Dad's Day meme. You saw that? Where it was like Mom's Day. You see her coming out with the crown and she's like this, and everybody's like, God, mom, woman, queen. And then the dad, they open the door and throw socks in the room and close the door. Like they did hip hop like that this year. You know what I mean? They did hip hop like Dad's Day, Father's Day.
Wow.
Yeah. For the love, hip hop says, I have a feeling mainstream hip hop might improve now that it's starting to become less popular. More artists should feel a spark to create better quality music.
It might be.
I think too many copycats too, man. Like, I forgot who I saw recently said it. I forgot what artist it was. They said it's like everybody is now it's mimicry. It's all like he drops a hit, we got to copy that. The Afro beat thing, the soca and all that. Somebody did it, it worked. Oh, how can we replicate that formula? Right? How can we carry? And because of that, after a while, it's like, yo, I've had a Diet Coke. I know what a Diet Coke tastes like. What else you got? And so that's all they could do. Somebody has to start something, and then if it's viable, lucrative, all right, let's copy that. But nobody's saying, yo, let's try to create something that nobody else got. Nobody's doing it.
Yeah. That's so true. Because when we were coming up, the artists wanted to sound different from the other artists. It was like Pac,
especially in the East Coast,
like Biggie, and Nas ain't want to sound like Jay-Z. But now it's like they want to replicate whatever's hot and try to get on that wave real quick. It's like, all right, it's like a title. Like, all right, let's jump on this because this is what's working right now.
They underestimate I think they underestimate the listeners too. They think that we're stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I think they think that we're not catching on to that. They're like, oh, they don't care. Let's just throw out a few hits. You know what I mean? And the people are starting to go, what if I don't want to listen to that no more? Like, maybe that's why hip hop ain't #1 right now, because it's like Y'all doing the same stuff. Everybody copying. Like other genres is popping more than hip hop right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It says a lot. It says a lot, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what we gonna do now? Hip hop. Throw it out.
Let me ask this, right?
Throw it out.
There's a few videos. I mean, we've seen on Instagram and on TikTok, right, where they have a song that we know that's popular today, and then hey, do you know where the song actually came from, right? So either it'll be a sample or it'll be the actual lyrics of another artist from way back then, but they just like change it up. So does that seem a little bit lazy on an artist point of view, where you're just taking somebody else, but you're just like putting your own little twist to it?
You know what? I say this. A lot of the people around that artist are what do that, right? So you have like a team usually, and they're like usually in most cases, artists want to be themselves, right? When they sign to a major label, like, and there's a whole like network already there, they're scouting music for them. They're like, hey, you're gonna do this and you're gonna sound like the next so-and-so, but they will never publicize that. They're not gonna tell nobody they're doing that. They're just like, you're gonna take from this sound, and they're like, well, I want to do this. No, you're gonna do this because you can do that, and it's easy. You know what I mean? We can make money because it's a business, right? Yeah. So most times, if look at all the resampled 90s hits that are happening. From what Drake did with a while back with Aaliyah. Remember he called?
Oh yeah.
And then some Diddy stuff getting resampled. SWV SWV did it with Michael Jackson. Like this was a hit. Let's make it cool again. Khaled, great example. Khaled remixing stuff that we grew up with. Like he's really doing that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
playing
when
La
he
India.
took
I'm like, snap, this is my jam.
Hey, it's funny when you're around young people and you listening to it, like younger people, and it drops, and you're like, oh, I know how this goes.
What?
What's this? And then they're like, you don't know, that's that new Khaled. I'm like, nah, this is old. What you talking about? But that's what, you know what I mean? Now this not to go left, but it's like, it kind of shows you how old we're getting now. When they sampling us,
right?
They sampling the 90s now. It's like, oh, we ran out of the 80s. We done ran through that.
Even the drill rap now. The drill rap is heavy on sampling those old school hip hop beats and R&B beats, and just putting the
I still think English British drill is better than American drill though. Because them dudes be saying stuff I don't understand, and I love it, bro. They be like, I'm ting and a bong ting, bong tongue and a bong ting, bong ting. I be like, yeah, ting. He got a lot of tings going on. He got a lot of tings going on. I like that. What's up, bro? You know how they be talking? Like, I know what y'all saying over here, but when you listen to the British people, they make you feel like different, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to eat it, you want to drink some tea, but they want to do some ratchet stuff though. Ting and a bunting, you be like, oh yeah. That's lit. It's lit in Britain. I didn't know England get down like that, bro.
you ain't know England got shooters out there, man.
Yeah. You be like, okay, word. Yeah.
Jimmy talking about? Jimmy said The Weeknd in 21 has a song like that. Oh, that they took the Mario Whining song, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to know. That is trash. Though.
They should never remake that song. The man is saying, "You cheating on me. It's okay." Like, no, like we didn't like it when it came out. Like, if you jammed to that record on the lows because you got hurt, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, yo, you heard that new record? Yeah, that joint was hot. No, we didn't do that. If you saw your homie singing that song, he was probably crying, bro, in high school or something. He was like, yo, my guy just got broke up, man. She heard him bad, yo. He listening to that one song. I don't want to.
But even that to that point, right? Like remaking that is not better than the original. If you're gonna make a remake, make it better than the original. Then we'd be like, oh, this is fire. And that's what we seen too. We seen these remakes and we're like, that ain't better than what we had. Like when we was bumping to, you know what I mean? So
yep.
Like running out of ideas. I personally think we need more musicianship back in music. You know what I mean? Like sampling. I'm a hip hop producer, started off as that. So sampling is essential. But I think when you don't play instruments, like there's not enough music, or like you're not getting musicians inside, there's always new stuff you could discover. You know what I mean? Everything's been played already, you know, but it's like there's new things you can mess around with when you play instruments. I think when all you do is depend on a source, it makes it hard, bro. Like, because then you got to kind of cook up a hit. Like, yo, I got to go listening to other people's hits, and because they don't sample it like a real, like a boom bap producer samples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like, let's just loop that, run that on the loop, add some drums on top, cut off the low end. You know what I mean? It's real like, it's like cheating. You know what I mean? It's like, cut the low end out. We're gonna add some drill on that. Yeah, just like that. Or soak a beat on a Elvis Crespo song. That's gonna be fire. Like, you know.
yeah.
They probably gonna do that. Watch. Somebody gonna watch, listen to this. Yo, Suavemente on drill, son. Watch. Just put me in on the royalty. Whoever does that.
Let's go.
That's watch.
I mean, some of the beats be fire, but the overall song and lyrics is like, yo, what is this?
Yeah. They don't know what they're doing, bro. And then they getting lit in the studio. They probably on some substances that we can't talk about. And then they out and then they talking with the ancestors or something. And then, you know, they like, what are you talking about? I don't know, but it's hot. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny to me. I've heard a few songs. That's why bro, honestly, I haven't listened to hip hop like mainstream in a long time. It's just not inspiring, man.
Our other co-host who's not on, Jimmy says, nah, stop the cap switch. It wasn't better back then because when Puff did it, I was like, dag, he stole the whole Refugee song. I like the flip on it though, you know what I mean?
I thought it was dope.
Because it was an R&B joint. It wasn't even like a hip hop.
Yeah.
It was like
Jimmy's so hip hop. He don't even want nothing to do with R&B. Nothing, That dude just.
But even to that point, this new song is not better than the Refugees joint. Like it's just not.
It ain't better than that neither.
Nah.
It's just like, all right, you want to go back there? It's still not better than that. So it's like, come on, man.
Yo, Brooknon said, yo, Kano is nice. Oh, that made in the Manna album is hard because he was talking about when you were talking about the UK rappers. But yeah.
Oh yeah. See the UK, I mean, really, I mean, you kind of can give them drill, right? Like you kind of give them drill. Like I think they kind of like they're the ones that put that flip on it, you know, that bump, you know, that different drum style. Because we was all just doing trap forever. Like trap was just gonna keep going. Mm-hmm. And then the British dudes was like, mate, you gotta do something different, you know what I mean? It was like, try flipping the beat, bro. Like that, you know. And then they did it, and then look, America's like, oh, y'all finally did something we could take. Okay, bet. And then because they was taking everything from us, and then it's like, oh, y'all flip trap. That's really what it is. It's like EDM mixed with trap and mixed with, you know. And then they took that and said, we took it back over here.
Yeah. But back to your point about the listeners, man. I feel that way, man, because I feel like the media has been pushing stuff, right? Or whatever the artist might have paid the media to get pushed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? Like, really? Like, this is the best song y'all got out right now?
Yeah. Yo, it's a lot of setup too, because what's that one? I can't think of the artist's name because I really don't care, but I forgot his name. It was a trap artist. There's a theory, right? A lot of dudes was like, yo, his music is trash. Right? But everybody was like bigging him up.
Yeah.
Found out his management team falsified all his stream numbers. They fudged all of them.
Wow.
And they made him bigger than he was until he became bigger than he was.
Wow.
And now he's a hot artist. And people were like, nah, he's dope. And the person was making the case, it's because of perception you think he's dope. It's because he got numbers you think he's dope.
Mm-hmm.
His manager came out and outed him. I forgot who it was. It was like a big story. And it's all factual. Like all the receipts came out. So homie got a fake career. Now it's a real career.
Got to fake it till you make it, man.
Yeah, that's basically what he did.
It's Fabio? That's what LNF said.
LNF said Fabio. Oh, yeah. Fabio was like on Nas's album.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does Fabio got anything to do with Nas? Like,
he was on Bros Me Way though. Nas is like, you know what the problem with? No pun intended. I said Nas is like, you know what it is though? It's like Nas be getting them dudes be smoking so much, bro. He was like, yo, son, you know who I want on my album, son? Like that. I feel like that's what happened. You know, Nas be doing that. He was like, yo, son, it's kind of ignorant. Like, you know what I'm saying? We should put that on my album. Like, no, Nas, He needs somebody there that he got too many yes men in his circle. That's what it is.
Yeah, he was. I mean, but there was like a little run that Fabio had where he was on like Kanye stuff. And I was like, all right, you know, Fabio's okay, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like I like Pop Smoke more because Pop Smoke was more like kind of sort of that UK drill and a deep voice and his own kind of swag.
But think about it this way: what if it wasn't that they liked him? What if he paid to get on these records?
He could have. He could have. Or the older artist felt like, yo, he got the wave right now. Let's
right.
So I don't know. You know, it was just weird. It was just like
you speaking about getting paid. You seen how much Lil Durk paid J. Cole just to get on his song?
But Cole is dope though. So I mean,
he paid him $2 million.
I wouldn't pay $2 million, but
yeah, it said $2 million to get him on this track.
Was that a real story or was it?
That's
was that a real story or was that falsified?
I don't know if it's falsified. I mean, I don't know.
I'm just asking because I don't. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of bread. I hope that's not true.
And I think people were saying that because J. Cole says he gets $2,000 a word, something like that, or $2,000 a word.
Oh, now that part I don't know if he said,
or a letter or something like that. Yeah, he said in the song, I get $2,000 a word. That's like flipping a bird or something like that.
Yo, these rappers be saying stuff to sound dope, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. Yeah. Like even Jay-Z admitted he was like, yo, they believed I was with Obama in Cuba. He wasn't even there. He said it sounded dope, and people believe Jay. Like. You know what I'm saying? That's how much power these people got on people. They like, yo, I was over there with Obama. Obama's like, he never went to me to Cuba. Like, what are you talking about? And then Jay-Z was like, and Jay-Z got outed, so he tried to play it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we was just rapping. Obama was like, nah, you ain't. Nah, bro.
Obama, I hit you in the text, right? I got you on the text.
Yeah. Obama's like, look, nope. I didn't let you go to Cuba. Sorry, Jay, you're not that cool.
Hey, I like that impersonation.
Hey, I got him, bro. You let me know.
Oh man, but yo, speaking about artists and creativity, so we've heard about you before, right? The pod, through the whole Menace movement, right? Yeah. But like learning more about you and what you do. So you produce, right?
Yes, sir.
Rap. You record your own music. Yeah. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So you the new Kanye out here,
man. Kanye. When you start small businesses, and no, just saying.
But yeah, man. Tell us a little bit more about your creativity and just putting on, because that's a lot, right? That's a lot for an artist to do and put on their back. So, you know, how did you get into all three of those? I'm sure you probably do other things too, right? I'm probably gonna mention everything.
Singing my hooks, do all that, you know. But you know what it was? Honestly, man, it was a lot of like working with what you got. You know what I mean? To be honest, like it's not even a brag, bro. Like when I started rapping, I was like, 13, 14, like trying to take it serious. And everybody's like, man, you don't sound like a rapper, bro. We don't want to make beats for you. So I was using instrumentals like everybody else, And one day I was like, man, I want to make my own beats. So I started trying to figure out how to make my favorite beats. So I was like, I definitely was listening to the score from the Fugees, Nas albums, DJ Premier, Pete Rock, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff, Havoc, Alchemist, like trying to figure out how they made these beats. So at the same time, while I was trying to get better at writing, I was also figuring out how to make beats. And then I'm like, I can't, I was getting played because somebody was paying for my studio time. I was making they were taking all my best beats. Because back in the day, when you start making beats, you make a lot of trash. And then you make like one good one. And then people want to take that one good one. You know what I'm saying? And then they stack up all these dope beats you make from your first batch, And so he was like, I'll pay for your first few studio sessions. At the time it was like $35 an hour or something. And I figured out real quick, like I started watching these dudes record and I'm like, yo, what do I need to record? Do I need a 60 track mixer? Do I really need that? And some engineers didn't like that I was asking all those questions too. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, why you want to know? I'm like, I just want to know, what do I need to record? So I figured it out, got my own setup early on, and then simultaneously rapping, recording. Then I started mixing because I couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? Learning how to do that. Then God brought people in my life like that went to school for it, giving me little tips here and there, you know? And then with that, singing too, you know? So according to my mom, I was a singer first. So, you know what I'm saying? I was always like trying to put them in my hooks, and you can't always find singers, you know what I'm saying? So that made me have to learn that a little bit.
Yeah.
I have way more access to dope singers now, but back then, you know,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like you had to be, there was no auto tune either. So it was like, yo, or you didn't have, you had to, either you had to crack it or you couldn't get it. So, you know what I'm saying? And there was cracking down on LimeWire back in the day. Shout out to LimeWire though, to say, you know, help me out a little bit. But back in the day, but you know what I'm saying? I'm clean now, but you know, we did all that. And yeah, man, like it was just a matter of necessity, bro. Honestly, all of that was a matter of necessity. Yeah. And when I met Dayton in, I want to say 2000, I met Dayton in 2013. And he was like, yo, why? This is a story of my life, by the way. Why have I never heard of you before? And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I have to tell that my answer now is ask the people who told you about me. And he'd be like, what do you mean? They don't tell nobody. They say I'm dope, but they don't tell nobody. So, by the way, shout out to YP because what he did on here was dope. And just shout. I didn't expect that. I was just showing love because you know I rock with y'all. So
yeah, for sure.
I rock with y'all heavy for real. And so I was like, it was just a byproduct of word of mouth. I got to Dayton. Thank God for Dayton because he didn't have to want to help me at all. You know, before Menace, he was just getting on GOM right before. When I met him, he wasn't with GOM yet, but he was building with Bizzle.
Okay.
And I happened to know Bizzle before Dayton, right before Dayton.
Wow.
And it's a lot of 6 degrees of separation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, you know Bizzle? And I'm like, yeah, I know him by his real name. Like we used to talk on Facebook. He's like, no, you didn't. So when he introduced me to Bizzle, Bizzle's like, man, I know nowadays. And he just walked away. Like, you know, because he knew me. and then Dayton got frustrated because he's like, how these people know about you? You know what I'm saying? Nobody did nothing with you. I'm like, I don't know. And then he meets Selah. Selah's talking to me. I'll tell you this quick story because it has everything to do with that, right? I meet Selah. Selah's talking to me like a fan, you know, at the time. Yo, shout out to Selah because I know if he sees this, he's gonna laugh because it's a true story. I ain't lying. And Selah was just talking to me like a fan, and I'm chilling at a GOM show, right? And I think No Malice was there actually too. And anyway, we talking, and I'm there with Jared and Selah and my boy Crescendo who passed away. Rest in peace, Crescendo. And he's sitting there, and Selah was like, yo, man, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like he talking to me like a fan. And Dayton walks out and goes, yo, nowadays, I'll see you later, bro. I gotta go. And I was like, all right, bro. Selah looks at me and goes, yo, who's nowadays? Which one of you is nowadays? And my boy was like, yo, it's him. He was like, nah, you ain't nowadays. I was like, nah, bro. Yeah. I mean, which one?
I'm him.
Like,
I'm Himothy.
Yeah, I'm Himothy. I'm Himothy Brindle. And then he was like, yo. I was like, yo, you want me to rap for you? Like, why would I lie about that? Like, he goes, yo, that's a different handshake, man. And then we start building from there. I didn't know he knew who I was. I didn't know half of them, you know? So, but stuff like that has always happened in my life. But Dayton took that chance on me with Menace. But I've been doing music, man, so long now, like maybe like 18 years maybe now. Wow. And I've seen so many things happen in CHH over the years, you know. Yeah. I'm still young though, you know, you know what I'm saying, kind of. But, I ain't gonna front. But yeah, man.
You got great hairs yet or no?
Kind of one or two, you know what I'm saying? God's been good to me. I don't do no what you call it? Nothing to my everybody swears I do, but I don't. Like
to paint your joint.
You can throw water on my joint, and nothing come out. I swear. Yeah, I embrace it though. If it comes, it comes, bro.
Brooknar says I'll be sharing your music with everyone I get it every time I get a chance. Let's go.
Thank you, bro. Yo, matter of fact, I recognize him from IG, man. Appreciate you, bro. You really do. I appreciate that for real.
Let's go. So was it also the creativity part for you? Like, because you said you would get beats and was it also like your hand having that you having that hand in creativity as far as like how you make a beat or how you want it to sound or how you may want the song to sound? Because I know a lot of artists, they struggle with that, where they get the beat and then they're like, I don't know what to really do with this, or I'm not inspired by the beat, you know what I mean? But you kind of can build around what you're looking for, right? Like you rap over your own beats, right? I don't want to.
Most of the time, not like
okay.
So my EP with my first EP on the label was done with Daniel Steele. I don't know if y'all know who Daniel Steele is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a legend, bro, from New Jersey. And
sure.
shout out to him. That's the big bro. We were working before it was official. I was on Menace, and we was just doing an EP, man. It was real fun. And I had worked with him before on the other project, and he called me up. Hey man, this was during the quarantine. So it was like nobody was doing nothing, right? And Daniel still be touring with like King's Kaleidoscope too. You know, he drums with them. And so he was like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, I don't got nothing to do, bro. It's quarantine. He's like, I'm gonna send you stuff. And he started making stuff for me. And so that turned into the first EP I did with Menace. And that's why if you hear like some of the songs, you can hear Daniel Steele's voice on it. He did that whole thing. So I won't take credit for it. It was amazing. If I could work just with Daniel Steele and not produce anymore for myself, I would, like 100%. Like he's dope. But yeah, I think, and that was another thing about Dayton, that he was like frustrated when he met me, because he's like, yo, you be doing all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, man. Like, and I don't do it for clout. I have to, you know what I mean? Like I just got to do it. But like here, this thing I've been had this like since 2000, I don't know, 13, 12. But the last album I dropped that was super jazzy and stuff. I played every note here. Let me see. I got some other stuff coming. I play a lot of chords and stuff myself and do that. If I sample, I'll sample something. But like on the last album, I sampled myself. Like I chopped my own beat I made before that was original, and that's the only sampling I did on the last album. So this last album I did in January, completely original. There's no samples on it.
Oh wow.
And, yeah, like at all. And then and I think that was another thing for Dayton that turned the wheels. He was like, yo, you can record, you can mix, you can master, make your own, like, why? Like he literally came to me when I dropped this EP in 2019 and was like, all right, that's it. Like, if I don't pick you up, I'm gonna regret it. That, you know, his words, and I was thankful for that. I was like, yo, you sure? He's like, yeah, man, like, let's go. You know what I mean? And but yeah, like it's good. There's good pros and cons with it. Like I like to rap to other people's beats too, like a lot.
Right.
Sometimes I don't like rapping to my own beats, you know?
Yeah. I could dig it. So then you record everything at your spot too, right?
And here, actually, yeah, I got the mic over. This is just like my USB mic, but I got the mic over there. Yeah, man, everything's kind of in this room right now.
And you have other artists coming, or that's just like exclusive for you?
Oh yeah. I've recorded like some because I go back with Stefanato. I go back with him since 06. Like that's my bro.
Okay.
We got a lot of history. He's an Orlando legend too. Like secular, everything. Everybody respects him out here. And but yeah, Steph. I've recorded Steph in here. Like our record on the EP I did, the first EP called Move Something, with that Daniel still produced. I recorded that in here. Whenever needed, you know what I'm saying? If Dayton is like, yo, I need you to, you know, help out the squad, I do it. Every so often I have other people come through, you know, for studio time. But most of my work is like engineering, like for other people. Like I did 48 Hours, I mixed and mastered that.
With C4, right?
Yeah, Selah, C4, Shamir.
Okay.
I mixed and mastered that. And then some of Stefanato's project that he just dropped, I kind of mixed and mastered a few songs on there.
Nice.
Stuff like that.
Awesome, man.
Oh, and C4's whole project, I mixed and mastered that whole thing and produced almost all of it.
Sweet. So are you just like Menace, or like can other artists contact you if they want to, like, or is it like you handpick certain artists, like, yeah, I'll work with you?
You know what it is? It's tough, right? Because the people who be the most eager, man, I don't want to say that.
Say it. Come on.
I'm on That's Not Christian. Let's go. It's just like sometimes the people who are the most nice about it be like the most whack about it. So it's like, and it's no knock. It's just like some people be like, the ones that are actually reaching out the quickest will be like ones that need to be like, either you shouldn't do this or maybe you need to work on it, right? But a lot of egos be in the space. So like some dudes don't even want to admit you're dope to them, but you find out later. It's always weird how that works. It's like, bro, why don't you just give people flowers, bro? Like,
yeah,
it'd be those dudes that, like, God forbid somebody passed and they'd be like, yo, he was always dope to me. Like, why didn't you tell him that, man? Like, so yeah, it'd be that type of energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I personally, I like to build with people. You know what I mean? I love having a relationship with people. Like me and C4, that's my brother. Like I got tight with him before I found out he was getting signed. I didn't even know. Shortly after they did the body bag challenge, I was like, yo, this dude's cool. And I did like a little poll on Instagram. I was like, yo, who y'all want me to work with? And everybody kept saying written by C4. You remember when he used to go by written by C4?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, they could see me and him working together, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we had like these styles and a difference, you know what I mean? And then I was like, okay. And so C4 hit me up. Yo, you see that sign? And I'm like, yeah. and he's like, what's good? And yo, shout out for real, shout out to C4. He's one of the realest dudes because he was about that. He was like, I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna talk. And we did. And I think our first conversation was like 4 hours long, just getting to know each other before we recorded. And so, yeah, I rather build, you know what I mean? I like building with people instead of just like, hey, I want to work with you just because you're dope. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm not like, this is just me judging from the outside looking in. It looks like Menace Movement is more of a family than just a bunch of artists on one team. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It seems like y'all really get along with each other. Y'all really talk to each other. Y'all in each other's lives. At least that's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying?
And we're not related, bro. We're not related. Like, everybody be like, yo, you and Tarver look alike. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, it's not my brother, yo. You know what I'm saying? My muscles is the same size. I'll be like, nah, bro, we ain't the same. We might look the same when we stand next to each other, like the muscle, but like it's just all love. You know what I mean? Not fair. No, but everybody be thinking we relate. Like Dayton be signing his cousins and stuff. Like, yo, that's mad racist, bro.
Yo, why he's always sounding the Latinos, man?
Yeah. And yo, Steph ain't even Puerto Rican. Like, why they doing that to my man? Yo, like they gotta stop. Yo, they be commenting on my pictures like, yo, look at Dayton. I be like, I don't got that man's eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? He darker than me a little bit. Like, we don't look this like, because we Puerto Rican. Okay, bet. That's messed up. But you know, you want to hear something crazy? I dropped this here. A lot of people don't know this. It's kind of a God thing that me and Dayton are tight, right? We almost got the same first name, right? Same birth date. Minus the year. And I'm dead serious. That's that. And so when we met, it was like, and then we got like a similar picture of our dads on turntables, like almost identical.
Wow.
Separately. And he's like, yo, you like the alternate universe. And I'll be like, right?
Spider-Verse.
Right. They can't be in the same room together. It's gonna blow, you know,
glitch.
You're like, yo, son. You know what I mean? Like, but
start turning voice.
Yeah, Dayton is like, it's crazy though. It's crazy. Like, I remember they shouted out his name, his like real name, because people mess up Dayton at a Starbucks when I was with him in Jersey. Like, and we was doing something in it, and, you know. And I looked like they thought it was me. I was like, oh, they calling me. So I went up. There's like, no, not you. And then he came up and looked at me like, yo, son, don't tell nobody my real name. You understand me? I was like, all right, yeah. You bet. You good, bro? You good? It's that Jersey energy, man. Like, okay. Tranquilo, papi, tranquilo.
Hey, man. The DJ Lost and Found says, I got a track for Nala. 100.
Hey, bro, shoot it to me, bro. Shoot it to me, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Lost and Found, man.
Lost and Found said he found you on the Crescendo show.
Wow,
that's how he heard of you.
Rest in peace, man. That's my bro, man. Crescendo's was like my biggest support, like one of my best friends. Period. One of my biggest supporters. He was a big pillar in Orlando, like hip hop, Christian hip hop scene, and period. And yeah, man, like Dayton was tight with him too. Like, yeah, that's the homie, bro. He used to do this thing called The Verb. He's talking about The Hype, I think. He used to do this radio show called The Hype back in the day. So yeah.
Oh wow.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. For the Love Hip Hop says you gotta hear nowadays R&B EP called Streetlight Curfew.
Oh yeah.
You got a full R&B joint?
Yeah. I hashtag Jesus After Dark. You know what I'm saying? But no, I just played.
It's like Songs of Solomon type.
Yeah. and she ran after me like. Nah, I'm saying. Nah, yo, it was Selah said that to me, man. Funny. I sent him a song. He was like, yo, it's like Jesus after dark, yo. I was like, nah, bro, chill. But no, yeah, I did like an arm, and this funny, this right before signing with Menace, actually. Like, because Dayton was touring at the time, and we used to go to the same church. Me, Steph, and Dayton used to go to the same church. Like, and I didn't even know Dayton was going to my church at one point. It's crazy. Because he tours all the time, So I might have to tell y'all how we met because y'all gonna laugh. I'll tell y'all after this. But yeah, he and I worked on that R&B project and just messing around, you know what I'm saying? Like just singing and stuff and making all the stuff up here. And Dayton heard it, and I didn't know if he was gonna like it. He was like, "Yo, why didn't you save that for Menace?" And I was like, "Really? Menace?" Like it just didn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "How'd that work?" But and actually, Jess, shout out to Jess Norris on Menace. She really loved that project, actually.
So we need a part 2 then.
Hey, I might have to come back. I might have with some collaborations though in it because it was just
Streetlight Curfew Part 2.
Hey, oh wow, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first. You're gonna have to be on it now. You're gonna have to be on it now.
Yeah. Somebody get switched out of retirement.
Let's go. No more retirement, bro. I'm gonna have you singing nice too. Got Melodyne, whatever you need. Probably got some auto-tune, whatever you need to make it work.
If you could make me sound good, man, I'm with it.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, don't play, bro. Don't play. I hit you up, bro. What's up? Hey, you hit it with the 90s. Do it. But they used to do back in the day. They used to do the
do up.
No. What's that phrase they used to say in every R&B record? They make fun of it now. It's gonna mess me up. Boy Cement used to do it. Boy Cement used to do it all the time. I forgot what it was. It was like that one thing. Like a yay, something like that. I forgot what it was. We're gonna think about it. Yeah.
You're gonna bring that back.
But now I'll tell you what though. I met Dayton at my shout out to Body One Ministries. Boom. Pastor Frank. He's actually from the Bronx, and I met him there. And this is back in the day. I don't know if y'all like know this about me, but I was mad big before, like heavy, right?
Yeah. Really? And I was gonna ask you about that because I saw your video. I know. And
man, really?
Yeah, it was like 11 years ago, right?
You saw my alter ego, Peter Griffin.
Bro, how much you weigh? Like on some like The Biggest Loser type joint, like that.
Yeah, he was in the record shop.
Hey, you sound like my dad. He said The Biggest Loser. Damn. I'll message you. Yeah, shout out to my dad. I'm messing around. My dad gonna smack. He's from Brooklyn. Remember that. He gonna get me for that.
That was the name of that show, right? The biggest
loser. I'll mess with you. Yeah, thank you for my self-esteem, dog. Like, yo, speaking words of life.
You slim now, man. You know what I'm saying?
I still feel found the inside, though. But so yeah, I was like 3. At my biggest, I might have been 370. Like
wow. And how tall are you?
I'm like 5'9".
Wow.
So I was big, bro. I wasn't solid either. I was big though. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of weight, man.
Yeah, bro. People thought but for real, so imagine I'll show you. I mean, y'all could look. I probably have something left up on my Instagram, like testimonial, but bro, I was so big and I used to dress like it, and that's how it is when you really big, you got to dress like it. You don't have no choice. You got to go to the, back of the store where they got the extra, because the only hip hop clothes they make for big dudes is like stuff that still was popping in 2005. I don't know why. Right.
And Nietzsche.
South Pole, you know what I'm saying? And all that. And I'm going to, Didi's Discount, but shout out to them because they dope. And Ross and stuff and TJ Maxx all the way to the back, 4X, right? I was like almost 5X.
Big and tall. And I was looking like mad 2005, right?
You still had the fat fall.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I was. Yeah, and I had to, right? So I remember Dayton when we got introduced. I think he hates when I tell this story now, but because he says he doesn't remember this, but it's so. I got 3 witnesses. Yeah, so I met him, right? And my pastor and my manager, shout out to my bro Mel, like he was my manager for many years, like my oldest godfather, right? My eldest son godfather. And he goes, yo, Meet Nowadays, he's a dope artist. Dayton didn't know me yet. He just did Turn It Off, the Volume 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is when Dayton started to really get known in the Christian world, right?
Yeah.
Bro, he's not even looking at me at first. He's just like this. Like that. Doing that. I call it the Newark lean. You know what I'm saying? That little thing. And then I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he kind of just gives me a little dap up. Hey, what's up? Like that. I was like, all right. And then, yo, Nowadays is and I don't like when people do this type of stuff. He's a dope producer, dope rapper. You got to work with him. I was like, yo, why y'all doing this to me right now? I just want to say, I didn't even know who he was, to be honest with you. I didn't know his music yet. Right. So I'm just like, I don't even know if he's good. Like, what y'all talking about? So we like, and he probably thinks I'm whack now because the way y'all introduced me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So Dayton's just like, word. He just looked at me like that. I'm like, yeah. And so then they're like, yo, y'all should get each other's number. Come on, take out your phone. Like everything you don't do. And I'm just like, so I get my phone out and Dayton is like, nah, son, just, he did me like, yeah, I'll hit you up. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I got you.
I got you.
He ain't even got your number.
Yeah, they got me. So
I'm gonna hit you on Facebook. No,
but check how it flips though, right? So, and mind you, I didn't look like a rapper. You understand? Like I had a huge button up. I had slacks on. I had some like khaki slacks on with some like dress, I don't know, sneakers or something. I looked like Peter Griffin, like low key when he grew the beard out with the birds in him. I look like that. So I wouldn't believe if I could rap if I met me. You know what I mean? Like I did not. I look like a dad with like the regular Giselle, big dude dad. Like that's a dad, right?
Yeah.
They ain't just looking at me like, nah, there's no way on this planet you rap. That's how he looked at me. I go to my car. I had an old Honda Accord, because we Puerto Rican, whatever. And it was 1994 Honda Accord. I called it the Scat. Joint. Yeah, I had the Scat. I called it the Scatmobile. Paint job was horrible, right? Only thing nice in the car was what? The sound system. You know what I'm saying? I had the Alpine, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I was playing that, right? Because when I bought the car, the system was stolen. You already know. So I had to install it. Yeah, I'm playing the car for my manager at the time to show him my new album I was working on. And I guess Dayton heard it walking by the front of my car because we could park right in front of the church. And Dayton goes, yo! And he just runs out. Runs to my car, opens the door. Yo, open the door. And I don't know him like that. So I'm like, yo, what you doing?
Trying to get in the car?
Yeah. Like, and he's from, I saw New Jersey Drive, bro. I know how they get down in Jersey. I was like, yo, what you doing? This is a hoopty, bro. Papa, you like, we chilling, not playing. But yo, so my manager's just like, he's like telling my manager to get out. He's like, yo, get out the car. Yo, son, get out, me here. Like that.
His voice impression's so classic.
And he gets out and Dayton gets in the car and closes the door. Mind you, this is the first time I met him, right? I don't know him, right? And that was just so weird. Boom, like that. And then my manager
don't remember none of this?
Nah, he remembers. So he be just playing like he don't remember stuff. That's what it is. And then my manager just gets in the back seat like, okay. And then he takes my stereo and turns it up. And he's like, yo, son, who's this? And I'm like, that's me. And then he goes, nah, that's not you. That's not anyway. And he kept playing, yo, this is hard. And I'm like, oh, bet, thank you. He's like, nah, but that's not you. And then my manager's like, yo, that's really him. Long story short, yo, let me get your number. And that's it.
Now you want your number.
Now you want the number.
He was like, yo, son, I thought you was whack, son. You dope, but you don't look like you rap. That's the thing.
But you were when you met him, you was big.
I was really big, and actually, when I started losing weight, because I had I was on my way to really bad health issues. Right. Thank God I didn't get diabetes, and I had high blood pressure though. Okay. And I started losing weight. Oh, I just ate. I had to cut my diet down, bro. Bad. I was eating like I wasn't like. It's crazy. If you sat with me, I would eat a meal, but it was like, I would eat a pint of ice cream every other day, or, you know what I'm saying? I was just doing stuff I shouldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a breakfast sandwich was like a whole pan sobao, you know what I'm saying? With like eggs and cheese and bacon, you know what I'm saying? I was going nuts. Like a whole bread.
You said the pan sobao?
Was there something that triggered that? Was it like depression or
Oh yeah. It was a mixture of that. It was a mixture of like, yo, I'm 29. I remember that was when I started. I was 29 and I'm like, I don't feel good about myself. Like I'm always sleepy. I had sleep apnea, really bad, obstructive sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I had acid reflux. So I would wake up in the middle of the night with vomit coming up.
Yeah.
And I didn't eat right. You already know. So I'm eating wings with pizza, you know, the sauces and all that, right?
Yeah.
My wife said I would stop breathing in the middle of the night for like almost a minute, and she'd have to wake me up. So I'd have bruises on my back, like her waking me up.
Wow.
So it was a lot of close calls. And then I went to go get checked because I needed to get a surgery on my Achilles tendon because I was born with short tendons. So they had to like extend them, you know? And the doctor was like, we don't want to operate on you. You're a liability. And I was 29. I'm like, wow, liability. They're like, yeah. So they said, if they're like, you got to bring your blood pressure down. I was like 198 over 98 sitting, chilling.
Wow.
They was like, you got to bring that down. That's like first, bring that down. I said, am I diabetic? Because I was scared for diabetes the most because, you know, Puerto Rican, all diabetics running both sides of my family. I lost a grandmother to that. I was like, yo, do I got diabetes? They said, not yet. It's like, okay, good. They said intermittent fast. I didn't even know what that was. It was like, you need to intermittent fast 12 hours. And then we're going to check you again. If you good, we'll operate. I was like, all right, bet. Did it because
the
I was
doctor told you that.
Yeah, they said, but you could wake up. They said, if you keep living like this, you won't one day you're not going to wake up in your 30s. That's what they told me.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? And I got 3 kids. You know, they're young.
That was
That was
it.
it. I took a picture, actually. I might send it to you. I took a picture. I'll probably shoot it to you. I sent a picture of myself in the hospital, like in the, what do you call it? The pediatrician, the physician. Yo, so pediatrician, that's the only person that will see me. You know what I'm saying? It was late at night. No. It was my physician. And I took a picture, and to this day I look at it to like remember that. You know what I mean? And then anyway, I started eating different that day. January 1st, 2018, I started to like, I couldn't walk for 5 months because of my surgery. And I gave money. I stood at my sister's house in Deltona. I said, yo, I only give me this type of food. No bread, no sugar, no nothing. Just give me protein, greens. You know what I'm saying? No, like everything but that. Okay. That's all I did. And just kept doing that. And maybe 9 months, I lost 90 pounds, maybe something like that.
Wow.
99 pounds. So when Dayton saw me, maybe 2019-ish, he saw me. So by then I had already lost like over 100 pounds. So, and Dayton knew me, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, and he just came in through the front of the church and he saw me. He was like, and it was a God moment though. Cause when he saw me, I was actually praying like secret, you know, like over the weeks, like, God, I think I'm done with hip hop. Not like in a bad way. Like I'm gonna help other people. I was like, I think I'm done. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
I wasn't sad. I was actually in a good place because with the health change, I started reading my word more. You know what I'm saying? I started doing the Bible in the year every year since, you know, just feed myself the word, trying to get myself like just health and spiritual, right? And man, Dayton just ran into me one day. He saw me and he stopped and he looked at me. He goes, yo, don't stop doing rap. Give me a shot to help you out before you stop. He just said it like that. And I was that week praying about that.
Wow.
And we hadn't spoken maybe a month because he was busy. You know what I'm saying? He was doing touring and stuff. He just saw me. He was like, yo, don't stop. Don't just give me a shot. Let me help you out. So, all right. And that's kind of how it worked simultaneously with the weight loss and everything. And he was shocked when he saw me like I was another person. He was like, yo, what happened? You know?
Wow, that's awesome, man. So I just want to rewind a little bit. So were you big when you were younger, or you just had like a period where you got that big?
I call it Project Kid syndrome. You know what I mean? Like we you know, government cheese, food stamps, all that stuff back when it was cards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you could get robbed for those too, right? let me get the pinks and the reds and the, you know. And my mom got robbed a few times for those. And you know, like. And I think what happens is you get raised on certain things, and so your mentality is when I got money, we gonna eat, you know. And when I was a kid, I was small, but then there was a point like when we had food, my mom really tried to make sure we would eat because it's almost that mentality. We don't know when we're gonna have food, so eat all this, you know what I mean? So like Mad eggs, you already know. I was eating like 2 servings of eggs in the morning with a side of cereal and some toast. You know what I mean?
And some rice and eggs.
Yo, everything. Some spam and eggs. You know what I'm saying? Eggs, every type of way. You know what I mean? And you gonna finish that food even if you don't like it. You know?
Oh yeah.
And my mom used to measure out cups of juice, and it wasn't even real juice. It was just colored juice. You know, purple drink, red drink. So my mom used to have an actual measuring cup. You can only get a cup of this a day. I'm like, all right. So it was like on that tip, you know? And so I remember when I started getting money, my mentality was, yo, I can afford a Big Mac now. I can afford fast food now. We didn't even grow, like McDonald's was a luxury to me. You know what I mean? All of it, right? So it was like, oh wait, I can afford a Big Mac now? You kidding me? I can go to Burger King right now. You for real? And moment I had money, bro, that was it. I was eating. That's all I did.
Wow.
So I would just eat. And yo, if you with me, you eating too. You know what I'm saying? I was a good friend. I might have gotten more, I got in more debt feeding people than buying like chains and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I was that guy. Like, yo, you want to eat at this new buffet that just opened up right now? They were like, yeah, it's fire. Oh, word. So I was that friend that was like, we all gonna go to a buffet. And I like the all you can eat buffets because I mean, you know what I'm saying? All you can eat, bro. Like, what you gonna do? And them Asian people hated me, boy. Wow. I used to walk in there several times a week. They was like, they just look at me like, you again? And I just come in, you know what section I'm going to? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and that's really where it came from, in my opinion. Like psychologically, like the moment I had bread, all I was thinking about was what I could spend on food, like money.
Wow.
You know, so I wasn't good with money management, to say the least.
Yeah.
I learned that over time, but you know, now I think I'm way better with money management. I know how to make $20 stretch now, you know what I'm saying? Even though inflation, right?
It's hard, yeah.
But I can make 20 stretch.
You can get yourself caught in the eggs with that $20.
Yo, shout out to the Dollar Tree that they got name brands now. I mean, let's just keep it stacked. They didn't have that when we was growing up. They didn't have that when we was growing up.
So now 2019, you lose what, 90 pounds, you said? Close to 90?
By 2019, I might have lost 160, maybe 150.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was well on my way to 200 shortly. Yeah.
And you're down now to what?
I'm probably, so when I started, I was like 270 max. Now I'm 175.
Wow.
Now 176, 175. Like my body just like leveled out, you know what I mean? And I do calisthenics and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And walking.
Yeah,
awesome, man.
I know on your Sumner Road, you mentioned that, right? You mentioned like you still reading the nutrition, counting the calories and all of that. So you still be on that.
Yeah. It's my wife used to think it was kind of like, yo, you kind of too much on it now. And I'm like, if I don't do that, because people meet my family, like my uncles, aunts, they be like, yo, you for real? Like, they don't believe it because they knew me before. So they like, there's no way you're that serious about this, right? But now they respect me. Before they used to kind of go, "Ah, Papa, you lost a lot of weight. Eat some cake, eat some." And they saw, you know how Spanish people are. They want you to eat.
Have another plato.
Ay, papi, te quiero más bizcocho. You know, and I'm like, nah. And when they saw that I was for real, now they just treat it with respect. They're like, yo, I admire your discipline. That's what they all tell me now. And they're like, we don't understand how you, who is the least disciplined with food, is so disciplined with food. Now I said, if I don't do it for myself, I'll slip up. I know myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's almost like it was just my big sin, you know what I mean? Amongst others, but that was like my big sin. Like, I can't say no, bro. There's more? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was my thing. So
listen, man, that's an awesome story. I know we came to talk about music, but I didn't know that about you. And we have a TNC fitness channel. And you know, we got a lot of brothers, you know, everybody's not in shape and we still trying to, you know, go through this journey. And hearing this, you know, it's encouragement, man. I hope we can even get you in there too. You know what I mean?
Count me in, bro.
You might be able to inspire some of the other brothers in the chat that are brothers and sisters that are in that channel.
Mason was just saying that.
Yeah. Anything y'all want me to share with that, like with the fitness channel, especially, like, honestly, I'm not it was something I just had to do. So I don't mind telling anybody how I did it. You know, Dayton has been a big proponent of that too. That's why I did it on Sumner Road and other stuff. Dayton wants me to talk. He's like, yo, talk about that. I'm like, anybody want to know? You already know.
And it's a big accomplishment, man. It's not nothing like, oh yeah, he just lost over. You know what I mean? That's a huge accomplishment, man. So
appreciate you,
praise God for that. You know what I mean? And especially for your family, right? Which is probably most important. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, and the ministry, right? Rapping too, because you'd have been up there rapping, and you probably run out of breath.
Oh, bad. I used to have, and then it's funny, like my recordings sound different too, because you can actually hear heaviness when you're big. It's crazy. Like I'm like, wow, like I really could hear my voice sounds different. It sounds stuffy, you know what I mean? And you can hear my breaths and everything, you know what I mean? And all over there. I'm like, man, I bet, random thought, but I bet you Biggie Smalls would have sounded way different had he lost weight. I always thought about that. Like he probably had pun. Oh, specific, yeah.
You can hear his breathing.
Pun was brolic too before he got hit by the what was it, the bus he got hit by. I mean, it was brolic.
Yeah, and that was sad, right? We saw the effects of not eating properly, right? Just indulging in everything, and even him trying to get help, you know, it was like crazy, man.
He couldn't stick with it, man. It sucks, man. You wait till it's too late, your body's like, it's too late, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, back to the music. You had recently released a project under Menace, right? Was it this year or was it
top of the year, January? So we dropped it on my birthday and Dayton's birthday, January 26th. And yeah, man, it was that album. I might have cooked it up under a month and was just being creative because I'm doing another project as well that I think YP mentioned because he's on it. And that's dropping this Friday officially.
Right.
I want to shoot y'all a copy of it so y'all could just listen to it.
Man.
I gotta just tell me where I need to send it, and I'll send it to y'all. Yeah. Well, I want y'all to listen to it as well. But
don't worry, I'll leak it. I got you, Brook.
Right.
Send you a copy, Brook.
Send you a copy. No, I definitely want you because I think it's made for the hip hop heads for real. Like, you know, YP killed that too, but I think he did like a 24-bar verse. That man went in. But it was just made for that purpose, like just hip hop. So that album actually was done first with my boy Soy. Shout out to Soy. He goes by Soy Is Real because my boy producer. I known him since 2008. The man he's just amazing, right?
Yeah.
Has a Twitch following. He makes beats, chops them up like all organically, mad boom bap, and just one of the best producers I know. But anyway, that's me and him. It's called Beanies and Snapbacks. I did that to what do you call it? I did that before I did this album, if that makes sense. Yeah. But this one got put out through Menace, called I Was There, and all original. Again, it was just therapeutic. It was a very therapeutic album, the whole thing. C4's on there.
Yeah, Selah, right? You got Dayton on there, Stefanato, right?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I love it, man. If you want something that you could just kind of chill, maybe drive 20-minute drive or something, you know what I mean? Very soulful. I think, you know, just talking about anxiety, self-esteem, everything. And I wrote that all from the heart. So it's just more like story, heartfelt rhymes. And where like with the one I want y'all to hear as well, that one's going to be a more lyrical boom bap, you know what I mean? Going back to my roots with that one.
Yeah.
This one is just more my jazzy side, soulful, all original, no samples, just me playing everything, you know, and singing on it as well.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Are you an artist who I know you had mentioned how like people don't really you know, people be like, yo, your joint is dope, and then they don't like pass it along, right? Are you an artist that has like become comfortable with just like, this is my niche and this is my fan base, and as long as I'm catering to them, I'm gonna be all right? Or are you on some, yo, I'm gonna take over, we gotta like promote to everybody, everybody needs to know about me, you know, kind of thing? What's your take on that?
What are we gonna do tonight, Brian? No, I'm just playing. I'll be stupid. Made me think about that. You know what, bro? Honestly, I I feel like, you know, today's market is very like, you got to be tech savvy. You got to do all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I probably would verge more on the like traditional artists. I know dating, you know, I can frustrate dating with that because naturally I'm an introvert. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I stay in this room. You know what I mean? And that's what I do. I just cook. I was like that since I was a teenager. Like my mom, I'd be in my room for 8 hours making music. That's all I was doing. Yeah. And my mom would go, yo, you didn't eat, you didn't drink nothing. And that's just my obsession was that at the time. And so I thank God for those times because now I can create quick, you know, because of that, you know. And
right.
But yeah, like I think of it like this, right? Don't cast your pearls of swine, right? Take it back to the word, right? And so I don't want it to be wasted because I've actually wrote bars that I feel like people didn't get. And that's the worst thing for artists when you write something and you're like, yo, I know that was hard. Like
that went over your heads, really?
I felt like, and even to the degree that Dayton was like, I caught everything you said, but I don't think the average listener is gonna catch that. And I was like, it's okay, you know? But I've written stuff like that on purpose. I'm like, nah, it's cool. Like, some people have told me that about my music. Yo, but then they say this. Well, I had to go listen to it again because I didn't catch everything. And I'm like, that's what I want. I'd rather get repeat listens than, oh, I heard your album. It was dope, bro. It was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I at least if you like lyricism, there's something in it. Like this last one is way more jazzy and soulful and stuff, which is cool. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
But I know some people like me, I love a good hip hop album, but I love jazz and soul because that's what I was raised on too. And so, you know, I'm trying to bridge that. But also the reason I did it, and I told Dayton, thank you for that, because I knew it wasn't going to be like the most popular album. But the one thing that everybody said, even Rapzilla said it, was like, this might be one of the most original albums of the year because I did what everybody wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then C4, my bro, drops Hideous, something nobody expected him to do, because he saw what I was doing. We had conversations we was building. He said, you know what, bro? I want to try something that I like that maybe not everybody likes, but why not? You know?
Right.
And I love Hideous. I think C4 is in a whole nother bag in that whole project. And man, it was like hearing him write that and listening to the word that was so heartfelt, a lot of his rhymes. And so I told C4, I told Dayton, I told Steph, I told Jess, I was like, if I take the risk for y'all, I'm okay with that. What I would like people to see, like especially in the space, like the artists, even if they hear my album and go, it was cool, it wasn't like anything else. That's at least they could say that. But they could go, it was cool, and maybe I could try something else. Who knows, right? Like time is short. And then for the listeners, for me, it's like, yo, whoever gets it, gets it. The people who do rock with me, even if it may not be huge. But for me, it's like I've almost had to accept, like, okay, God, some of the greatest artists of history, some of them don't get appreciated as much when they're here. You know what I mean? Unfortunately.
Right.
You know, like I give you a great example out of hip hop. Mozart, you know, classic composer like Beethoven, all these men. A lot of these dudes died poor, right? How many orchestras since they passed centuries ago are still playing these guys' stuff and they're dead?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's considered greatest stuff of ever. You know, like Mozart died a pauper's death, which means he died a poor man's death, and they took his body and put it in a row with a bunch of nameless people.
Wow.
And they still don't know where that man's buried, but you can still hear, you know, right. And then Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, your kids love that, right? That man wrote that, you know, at 4 years old. Like, you know, these people create all this stuff. So I look at it like, man, maybe it's not for now. You know, I always talk to artists like, yo, what if your music ain't for now? What if it ain't? Can you accept if it's not for now? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I say, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? And this is my personal thing. The wins I get in private, I don't got to talk about in public. Right. You might not see me active. I tell people this all the time. Stop worrying about what everyone's watching you do and actually work. And when there's no cameras on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going live. I'm not doing that. But what I'm doing is I'm getting bread behind the scenes. I'm able to pay bills, help my wife, help my kids out, you know what I'm saying? Get stuff that needs to be done in the house. And I'm making the music I want to make, right? To glory of God, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I may not be popping, but hey, I'm still eating off it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? People still see value in what I do, even on the engineer side of things, right? And sometimes it doesn't always. So sometimes making the music that is genuine doesn't always translate as numbers, right?
Right.
But I think it, you know, I rock with people who rock with it, and if you don't, that's cool because at least listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Nah, good stuff. Andrew Cologne says Hideous top album this year. Love
agree.
Hideous.
I agree. Yo, this man was singing on there too, bro. Come on. My man was singing. People, yo.
So we're not gonna see Nala Deus do any TikTok videos or none of that, right?
Well,
getting sturdy or none of that, right?
Hold on. I now check this out. I got something for y'all, so y'all can listen to it. Just dropped actually the other day, actually. Last Friday. My boy Zika, my bro Zika, me, Monster Tarver, and Zika are on one record, and it's a trap record. So, and I made the beat and I engineered it.
Hold your breath.
So, and I sang on it, and it's auto-tune. So listen, anybody who watching this, y'all can't say I never gave y'all that because it's there. and y'all think it's lit. Let me tell you something.
Well, are we gonna get a TikTok video of you dancing and all that? Nah?
Oh, doing and all that. You know what? The way my knees work on my elbows, nah. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is for me, bro? It's like I not to keep it serious, but I say this, right? Just I add to what you just said. I want people to take hip hop serious again, right? And there's a lot of dope artists, you know that. Y'all know a lot of them, you know what I mean, that are really serious about this, right? Like YP, you know, all these dope artists, Commissioners, Q-Flow. I mean, YP mentioned a lot of them, and I rock with all of those guys, right? And I want people to treat hip hop and rap like art, just like you treat, you know, people like look at the legends in rock and roll. These dudes like are like almost they're idols to people, right? Beatles, Rolling Stones. The older they get, they're not washed. They're looked at as those are the greats, right?
Right.
And they roll out the carpet for these men. They can eat for the rest of their lives because they people pay homage to these, you know, rock and roll cats and all that. Hip hop, you old, you wash. And it's like, yo, but look at Nas, look at all these other dudes. Jay-Z with his business acumen, but he could still spit, you know, if he wanted to. And there's so many examples of that, right? Like, you know, you can go as gritty as like a Griselda or something, and these dudes are older, right? But they can out rap half of these cats. You know what I mean? It's like, why is that? You know what I mean? Like, what? You know what I mean? If anything, your brain don't get old. Your body does.
Right.
You know, as long as I can rap, I'm supposed to get sharper. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the stigma with that? Like, have anybody heard Black Thought rap recently? Like, has he lost anything? Like, the dude got better. Nas got better. How's that possible? We live to see Nas get better. Like, I never would have thought I'd see today, right? But I say all that to say, I would love hip hop to be treated like an art form again. Like, yo, TikTok is cool. That, you know, the kids need that. You know what I mean? Like, those jingles and stuff are nice. They're sweet. It's nice. It's like Selah said, you make happy music. Y'all, you know, I'll leave that up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Leave the streets to us. That's what Selah said in so many words, right? Listen, you can't deny when you hear just a real hard record. Like, you can't deny. I don't care what anybody say. You can be like, I want to get lit today. As soon as somebody come out spitting bars, you like, And I tell you what, when I've done shows, right? And I've done shows with trap artists where I'm doing straight like bar stuff and boom bap. And you know what those guys do? And I'm saying this on air so everybody can take record of this. And you could ask any of these trap artists, and behind the scenes, maybe not publicly, they diss us publicly. You know what they say in privately? Y'all rap. We don't do that. We can't come near what y'all do. I remember I rapped. These trap dudes was getting lit, right? Taking off their shirt, doing all that stuff, doing all this, right? Getting everybody hype. I came up there, I stood in one position, and I started rapping 32 bars straight. And the DJ was just like finally, you know what I mean? Somebody's rapping.
Yeah.
I get off, all those dudes dapping me differently. They treated me like crap before. Yo, man, yo, you a real rapper, yo. And I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Respect. I don't diss them. I don't do nothing. I just like, yo, I'm going to show you what we do. And I know C4 operates like that. I know a YP operates like that. Selah operates. Yo, just let me in the door. I'll show you what we could do. And I feel like if we could treat it like an art form again, that'll stop a lot of what's happening. Like hip hop not being number one, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous.
Bro. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, I had a question. Your name Nala Deus. Where does that name come from? Is that like your birth name?
You ever heard of a Wu-Tang name generator? No, I was just playing. I thought I'd mess with y'all.
I thought like, yo, this dude's a 5%.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
peace, God.
What's up, hey, son, it's all about knowledge and understanding. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm playing. Let me stop. I know some people. But now, so to condense it, I used to go by Knowledge back in the day with an A, and it was just like a rap name. I needed a filler. Because my regular name's Eddie. It's kind of boring, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I can't really
welcome Eddie.
Right.
The rapper named Eddie.
And when I first rapped when I was a kid, my dad like put on the tape. Like the first record of me recording was like 4 years old, and I freestyled. I don't know how I did it, but my dad said, I know you're gonna be a rapper one day. So shout out to my pops because he saw it first. But he put on a piece of tape, cassette tape, by the way. I was on tape. He put MC Eddie, right? Never gonna use that in my life, Dad, ever. Right, because that's corny.
MC Eddie.
You know what I'm saying? MC Eddie sounds like what the man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I went by Knowledge for a little bit, and one of my boys opened up for a big Christian act, right? And he used one of my beats back in 2000, I want to say 7, and performed the record. And this known Christian act was like, yo, who made that beat? See, my boy Knowledge. And they was like, word. Which knowledge? This knowledge, that knowledge, this other knowledge, that one knowledge, the black knowledge, the Spanish knowledge, you know what I'm saying? They started going through a whole list of knowledges, right? He came back to me. He says, hey, my bro, you might want to consider changing your name because it's common now. I'm like, oh, man. When I made it, it was only one other knowledge on MySpace. Now, you know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, bet. So one day, I used to play violin for a few years. My mom wanted me to get into stuff that wouldn't get me in trouble, you know? So she made me, she got me in the violin class. Right? Random. I wanted to go to band and I didn't get to do that. And because band was the cool kids, you know what I'm saying? They used to play all the trap music in the South, you know what I mean? So I was, because I came out here like when I was going on in my teens and stuff. So I started playing violin and stuff. And I just took natural, thank God for that, because I picked up piano. Like I could play anything on the piano. So my boy was like, yo, son, you know what you is? I'm like, what? You like a hip hop Mozart, like a hip hop Amadeus. I'm gonna call you Nowadays because I was Knowledge. And I was like, you stupid. Like that's all I told him. I was like, oh, you stupid, bro. And they was clowning me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my bro from Chicago, Eli. He's the one who said it to me. One day I'm praying, thinking of a name. That name pops in my head, Nowadays. I was like, okay, I'll pray about that. I decided to go by. I go downtown because we was built different. Christian, even as a Christian, I would go to secular open mics, right? Freestyle with secular artists, and that's how you gain respect. You know what I mean? Yeah. So in Orlando, I'm still respected as an MC out here. Like, so I would go open mic, freestyle with some of these dope artists. They used to have the lounge battles out here, everything, and I said, yo, my name is Nowadays now. And I remember this secular artist, real dope artist that I still know. He goes, yo, with a name like that, you better be dope, bro. I was like, oh, okay. And then to take it more, more spiritual, whatever, the word knowledge is to know something, right? I found out Amadeus means love of God in Latin. So knowing God's love, Nowadays.
Wow.
Like, I could keep that. Perfect. Yeah, it doesn't exist. So nobody can
no one else
copyright
can
infringe that.
If I hear another Nowadays, I'm gonna
it's a rap. Yeah. He gonna catch my one, bro. As soon as that's the first time you're gonna see me run up on the news. Like today,
cease and desist letter coming soon from Menace Movement.
You know what I'm saying? Like yo, let me pray. Let me lay hands on you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah,
man.
Nah, but yeah, that's where the name came from. And I almost changed it when I signed. I almost changed it. Like C4 was going by written by C4, remember, and then his page guy. So the C4 Cortona was a way to separate C4 from other C4s, right? And he almost had different variations of that. So we was having those conversations, like, man, it's nowadays too crazy sounding. Like people are already slaughter it. I get called all types of names now. I've been introduced confidently with a bad. You ever see somebody confidently introduce you wrong?
Yeah, Christians all messed up.
Christians are good at that, yo. They be like, "Carnality is this," and I'll be like,
blew it.
And then when you grab the mic and say, "It's not a this," what happens? Oh, you mad prideful, dog. You mad? I'm just correcting. That's all, you know. So I don't correct people no more, but you know. If anything, that's why if you look on the Instagram or I think it was Twitter, I put like the phonetics. I try to so people see it and go, oh, okay, so I kind of get it.
Yeah, get with the program.
I try.
That's what's up.
Imagine I get to heaven and guys like, how was it? how did you say it? Jesus is like, Melodious. Just to troll me. Peter's like, oh, yeah.
Oh man. So June 23rd.
Yes, sir.
We got the new album dropping.
Yes, sir. Beanies and snapbacks. So you know it's boom bap when you hear something like that. Beanies and snapback. Straight up jacket weather. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see somebody in beanies and snapbacks, either something's not right, you might want to leave, or that's the Akis, you know what I'm saying? That's the Ak, you don't know, or it could be the ops, you know what I mean? Or it just could be a bunch of Puerto Rican dudes outside the grocery store. We don't know. But beanies and snapbacks sounded mad dope when I thought about it. I was like, yeah, because my bro, Soy, he wears beanies. That's like his signature. And I always wear snapbacks usually. So he was like, I told him, I said, yo, what do you think about beanies and snapbacks? He's like, yo, that sounds like a dope name. I was like, all right, let's do it. You know, did the Googles and nothing relevant to hip hop came up. So I was like, okay, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? And it stuck. So I'm hoping, you know, people dig it. I think I'm gonna give you a Dayton feedback. I take his feedback very serious. He said probably the best lyrical stuff I heard from you ever. And I was like, okay. Ooh. So if Dayton says it, it's official.
There you go.
I could even say it in his voice if y'all want, just to make it so you say I see it.
Say it in his voice.
Yo, son. Mad dope, son. Yeah.
Yo, dude got his voice down packed, bro.
When Dayton clowns somebody, he like, he's stupid. Yeah. Yeah, I love Dayton. He knows too. You know, when I met him one time, I was at his crib, and word got around because people like to snitch in church, right? And they told on me that I do his impression, and I didn't want him to know that. So guess what he did? I was at his crib, and he goes, "Yo, let's go outside." I was like, "Oh snap, okay." And I just remember I was just getting to know the man, right? I was there with my wife. I walk out,
yeah, do the voice, yeah.
And I was like, "What you mean? What you mean?" And I'm grinning like, "Yo, what you talking about?"
Yeah, son. Do the voice, huh?
It's like, what voice? Me, son. I was like, all right. And I did it, and he gave me this look because my dating wasn't as refined back then. He just looked at me like, sorry. You know what I mean? But every time behind, Dayton don't know. Everybody be wanting, yo, do it real quick, do it. I'll be like, they gonna find out. Y'all keep doing it.
But now he knows you do it all the time now.
All the time. Let me tell you something. If I talk to any of his like people that we close with in common, yo, how did Dayton say it, bro? All right, I'll do it.
Now you got the sharpest. There's no denying that. He can't be like, yeah, it's all right. Nah. Bro.
Because I got the Dayton after he ate a bowl of cereal drinking coffee Dayton. That's a different Dayton. You know, he was like,
yeah, son. So like when he got to tell you something, he be like, yeah. So like, listen, you know what I mean? That's when he got to tell you something. When it's like chilling, he just woke up. Yeah, son. So like, you know what I mean? Like that's a different Dayton. Before coffee, it says BCAD. There's BC before coffee dating and after breakfast dating. That's the thing. Those are two different. And if y'all from, the tri-state thing, that's a totally different person.
Yo, you might be the first AI dating, bro. You might have the first AI voice for dating.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
well, you know what though, man? When I somebody told me it's like when I met a singer one time. This is before I was really trying to sing, like take it serious. If I did it, I always did impressions since I was a kid, right? So my mom was like, "Yo, I think you're gonna do something with entertainment." I said, "Why?" Because you do voices and stuff. I always did voices, right? And I remember a singer was like, "Yo, if you can mimic, you can sing." As he used to always tell me that. But I would always do impressions. Like I'm telling you, bro, like my impression game when I know I'm confident is what you think, man. Like I remember one time Dayton was like, I can't bring you nowhere because we was shooting a music video and I had people like falling out, like when he was trying to rap and he would be like, yo, you gotta stop that, son. Stop. Like you can't be doing that. Because I had people laughing hard like while we was trying to shoot a video. You know what I'm saying? I'll be doing my Trump impression, the Obama stuff. I'll be doing all types of stuff. And
let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, let me tell you something. You guys want an endorsement? Let me tell you. Terrific. I'm telling you. Hip hop's not number one this year. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let me tell you. Terrific.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time.
Yo, we getting the skits here, bro. You need to do some skits on the album, man. Like
you
that,
know,
man.
everybody be telling me, yo, why don't you bring skits back? Make skits great again. No pun intended. And I was like, you know what? I'm thinking about it. You know what it is, bro? If y'all get to know, I like to have fun, man. But hip hop is the one thing I take super serious. That's the problem. So people hear my music, they think I'm such a like. I remember people
like you're just a serious guy,
right?
Guy.
They're like, yo, this man's deep in thought every day. I'm like, not really, not really. That's the only time I'm in deep thought, you know, or unless I'm in prayer or reading the word. That's it. Like, you meet me in person, bro. Like, I love making people laugh, though, for real, for real. Like, I get joy out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be in an awkward room. If it's awkward, bro, I gotta mess it up. I can't do it. Nope. And I'm an introvert, so it just don't work for me. Like, I get anxiety. Right. You start sitting there going, "Hey, man,
just looking at you.
You like purple?" I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get weird with that, but nah, you know, so that's kind of like what we. If y'all want to know what it's like when Menace is traveling, or you know what I'm saying, we having fun, bro. Like laughing, just having a good time, man.
That's awesome, man. Hey, man, anything else you want to say before we end this pod? Anything else you want to plug in or mention?
Oh yeah, first of all, man, thank y'all for having me. I'm a fan of this show, so.
Let's go.
This is dope.
Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm a subscriber, y'all. You know
a subscriber. Let's go.
I'm a subscriber. I've been a subscriber too for a minute, so just letting y'all know.
Let's go.
But I really mess with y'all heavy. I love what y'all do. I think this is a genius idea, by the way, because y'all remind me a bunch of my cousins just around the way. Like,
yeah.
And it works. I'm telling y'all, man, it's genius. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I think what makes me want to watch is like, oh, I like how they talk about stuff and then share their opinion. So first and foremost, man, I'm a fan. Thank you. Thanks to all of y'all. Thank all of y'all, man. So huge fan. So yeah, and I get that out the way. And then dropping my project Beanies and Snapbacks first on Bandcamp. And then in a week we're gonna put it out on streaming services because we want to see if we can move it organically first. You know what I mean? And obviously, I'm gonna make sure y'all get a copy. So
Bandcamp,
hit me up so I can send y'all. Like
how much is it on Bandcamp? $100.
$500, bro. What you talking about?
500. Let's go.
500.
Make sure y'all support that, brother.
No. Just for now, digital. We doing 12. Like if you was local, we he ran a physical press. So like.
Oh wow,
nice. He got some CDs done. So we're doing a listening this Friday. So he's gonna be having them for sale there, like actual physical copies. Because you know it works for the aesthetic of the hip hop. You know, like we're doing boom bap. So he's like, you want to make sure people have something they can actually have. You know what I mean? And Bandcamp it'll be on Bandcamp first. $12 on Bandcamp, the whole album. It's 11 tracks. But I feel like it's definitely worth more, or at least $12 with the quality. And you already know YP's on there. I got C4 in there. It's C4. Yeah, I can't wait for y'all to hear what y'all think about that C4 record. It's heavy, bro. It's heavy. YP, you already know that man killed it. My cousin from Harrisburg, PA, Jay Solo's on there. He's a veteran. My boy Javi XI from New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. Man, like it's a lot of Jersey people on there, by the way. I don't know, it just worked out that way, but just a solid project. Not just because I'm on it, I didn't produce it. So my boy Soy produced this whole thing. He killed it. Just amazing producer. And just the collaborations I was able to do, all organic, by the way, too. So dope. I build with every one of those people. And so yeah, I want to make sure y'all get it. So y'all gotta like tell me how to send it.
So now Brooke Nom is asking, where is the listening at? Is it open to the public?
Yes.
Can Brooke Nom get invited to that? Can he be there?
Yeah, it's in Orlando. It's free. It's in Orlando. It's at the spot called the Commission. It's like a hip hop spot. It's in Orlando. So if you local, it's in Orlando. If you follow me, Brooke Nom, I think you do follow me anyway. I've been sharing the flyer. So if you're local, it's in Orlando for sure. And I'll make sure I keep sharing that so y'all can see it. But yeah, it's in Orlando.
Andrew Cologne says, can't wait for the love. Hip hop says Jay Solo crushed his verse.
Ooh, let's go. Somebody know. Somebody know. Somebody know.
Uh-oh.
That's what's up.
I really can't wait for y'all to hear it though, because I know y'all love hip hop, so I cannot wait, man.
Let's go.
I can't wait for y'all, and I really want to send y'all that. Like, so y'all let me know how I can send y'all the file, the photo. Like, I'll send y'all the zip. So
we'll send you.
You got the email.
You stay on before after the show, and we'll talk anyway.
Please, I got you. Yeah.
But yo, would that be? Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. Obviously, Menace Movement. Shout out to Menace Movement. Shout out to Dayton. Shout out to Feel Good, which is my collective that I'm dropping this Beanies and Snapbacks on as well. RIP Crescendo, you already know. Crescendo forever. And love y'all, brothers. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Oh, man.
You heard him right here. Naladeus in the building. Peace, God.
Knowledge and understanding.
Yo, it was a pleasure having you on, man. Me learning more about you as an individual, aside from the music, blessing, man, and very entertaining and funny, man. Like the voices and everything.
I got you.
I don't know how you don't mess up. I don't know how you don't mess up your voice trying to sound like that.
Well, like I can't. If I tried to rap like that, I probably would have messed up. Because it's just a lot going on. So now, whenever y'all need me, bro, I definitely pop in whenever y'all need me on the show.
For sure, I love it, man. We gonna be praying for you and your as you dropping the album, man, and much success to you going forward, man. Is Jay still on the live or he?
I don't know. I don't know where he at. Is he here?
I don't know where he at. I don't even know who's control.
Oh, he's there.
There he is.
Where else would I be?
Dude didn't say not one word the whole pod, bro.
Yeah, go.
If it ain't about LeBron or Jake Paul, he don't want to like talk, bro.
Let me tell you this, right? The word of the day is on. Go.
So the word of the day is today is Psalm 14. 2 and 3, it says, the Lord looks down from heaven on the children of man to see if there are any who understand, who seek after God. They all have turned aside. Together, they have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. The Lord is watching y'all, bro.
Yes, y'all need to have a gospel song ready after that. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all need to have we fall down, but we get up.
If you would like to help out our ministry, hit our GoFundMe.
As soon as y'all start talking,
it's like an altar call already, right?
We got these That's Not Christian rags. All you got to do is place it on $1. Come on, somebody, place it on $1. And that dollar's gonna become $100. Come on now.
Oh man, that's awesome, man.
I just gave y'all some merch ideas. Let me tell you something. That's Not Christian bottles of water. You say it's for the
that miracle water,
the Dead Sea water,
that Peter Popple water.
But it's really New York State sink water, tap water. You know what I'm saying? That's the best tap. That's the
best water.
That's the best tap water to drink, bro.
It tastes amazing, and it also can heal. Don't play. I'm messing with you.
Fights against all diseases and everything.
Let me tell you something. Then you got to have testimonials. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I tried That's Not Christian podcast, the healing water, it was really good. And they start talking like that. You gotta pay.
They be giving crazy testimonies.
Yeah.
I gave $1,000, and the next week I had $1 million in my bank account.
My child was acting up, and I threw the rag on his forehead, and he actually fell out, and it was good. He was after that. He was a different kid.
Oh man, make sure y'all check out Naladeus, man, and make sure y'all stop eating them snacks at night. You heard?
Yep.
My man's a living testimony of that. You heard?
No acid reflux. You know what I'm saying?
No acid reflux.
Yep.
I'm talking to myself right now.
If it's causing GERD, it ain't
I'm ready
good.
to go eat after this.
As you gotta say, if it's causing GERD, it ain't good.
You heard?
No next year.
Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. Everybody who subscribes, who listens to audio only, give this video a thumbs up. And if you've been watching the YP series, we got 2 more coming out, and it's been awesome. And we plan on doing some other stuff with some other artists too. So make sure you keep it subscribed. And thanks for Naladeus for coming out. We'll have his information in the description. So if you need any of his services or want to get him on a track, want to send him anything, check out the description for more information. So thank you, everybody. And we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
You look like a regular.
His hair is long now, bro.
All right.